This is Bobby with Renaissance Game Supply. So I wanted to do an update on that 10,000 card collection I picked up the other day up in Salt Lake City. So as you can see here, I've kind of gotten it all broke out by set, and this was not part of it. This was part of a Yu-Gi-Oh lot I picked up as well. And then I got a couple little set stacks left. Here's another card sorter. So I picked up another pair of these as well to help me out. Now I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 of these now. So this one here is pretty sweet. I've got that loaded up with, looks like Battle Bond right now. And then over here I did Phyrexia, All Will Be One. And then over here you can still kind of see what I've got left. This is not part of that 10,000 cards. That little small stack is though. This set was, this was, and these two set stacks here is what's left of that 10,000. So as you can see, I've ripped through this pretty well. I probably have maybe, there might be 1,000 cards there, maybe 1,200 cards left to go. I've uploaded about 8,800 cards since I got back home. And this is all doing this manually, by the way, which is not the recommended way, but if you're just like me, you're starting out, been doing this for a couple of years, don't really have the money for sorters yet, but you're saving for them, then this is the kind of the ideal way to go. And what I've done here is I've already organized these by sets as well. As you can see, I've started standing some of them up and laying some of them down to kind of break up the set difference here. Then over here, I kind of did the same thing. I broke a bunch of 2020, 2019 commanders. So those are the large display commanders. I haven't really seen those in a lot of use. I do put them up on the store from time to time. I'm just not in a hurry to do so. But as you can see over here, this is all white border lands, and then I got this all broke out by set. That's why it's all standing up, laying down. Each set's a little different. This is all unsorted. This is all unsorted as well. And then down here, I still got a little bit more to go through right here as well. And then there's some sports cards in there and stuff like that. So that's a little different. I believe TCG Player was going to go do something to do with sports cards at one point. I don't know if they've backed off that idea. So I started picking up a few just to have. I used to be a huge sports card collector, so I was always trying to collect Ken Griffey Jr. anyway. But in this box here is part of that 10,000 card collection as well. I took all the foils out of it. It's like their Street Wraith. It's kind of a cool looking card. But I took all the foils, and I've gotten this many bulk foils again since that collection. And just what I've picked up locally when I got back to New Mexico. So as you can see, it don't take long to get back up. I mean, I had all my bulk foil all organized, all uploaded to inventory and everything as of 2 weeks ago. So here we are, right back to square one, trying to get all this stuff uploaded. But I'll upload that last. I'm not in a big hurry to get that uploaded. So I kind of want to do a quick tour here, kind of show you the room. So up on top here is just a bunch of scattering of like just really singletons of certain sets. Just don't have a whole lot, so it's not really worth giving it an 800 count sleeve and then putting it in Card Hotel. So I'll just plop it up here, just expose the set symbols a little bit so it's just easier to find it. But generally, if I only have 1 or 2 of it, or even like 10 of it, I won't give it a box. I'll just put it up there. And over here, I'm gonna start changing these out, just not even use the set symbol at all. I'm just gonna use the set symbol, so it's just a lot easier. And these are like your Universes Beyond and your set commanders. Then over here you get Jumpstart, Conspiracy, Take the Crown, the List, Kamigawa. Need to get some more labels. That there is pretty much about how many Kamigawa I got out of that 10,000 card collection. So I was able to add another sleeve, which is why that's missing the symbol. That one there is empty. That's why if you see it upside down, it's just, you know, room for expansion. So about a month and a half ago, these boxes here were fairly new. and fairly light as far as inventory, but as you can see, they are almost all filled now, or not filled, I should say. They're almost all assigned now. And then over here, we've got, this is the main storage area. So Revised now has 2 boxes, so I got to get another one for that. Mercadian Mask, you got another one that's got quite a few cards in it now, as well as that other one, so I got to get a new set symbol there. Same thing with Ixalan. I pulled enough out of that 10,000 card collection to almost fill up another box, so I'll put a sleeve on that. Then I keep 2 spares down here. That way, if I have to add another box of Ixalan, I can. If I have to add another box of Rivals, I can. If I have to add a box of Dominaria, I can slide everything over. So these little spacers give me room to grow, which is kind of nice. So I like to have one, at least in these more modern sets here, probably I'd say like 2009 forward, I try to put a spacer in each row if I can afford to. That way I got room to grow and I don't have to keep moving a bunch of boxes. Same thing over here with all the commanders, from Commander to Commander 21. I keep a spare up in here now, just because I have so many 2019 cards. I mean, that's how many Commander 2019 I've got now. So that's getting up there quite a bit. Commander 2020, I just cracked open 2 boxes of that the other day and pulled 2 Fierce Guardian chips out of them. So I got those listed now. And over here's all your Modern Masters reprint sets, Eternal Masters, I should say just Masters reprints. And Modern Horizons, Time Spiral, that's going to move. And Caldeem, I pulled enough to almost justify another whole sleeve, so that one there's got to get a label, and I built in the spare over there just in case Ikoria becomes a 4th box or Caldeem becomes a 4th box. Same thing down here. Midnight Hunt, I pulled enough to get another sleeve of that. Plus I had kind of misprinted this the last time I did a video, but I was able to add probably another couple hundred more to that. And then what I did pick up a lot of was Innistrad Midnight Hunt and Crimson Vow double feature. So these are all new to us as of now. These are all double feature, which I've never bought a single pack. But as you can see, I'm starting to get quite a few. Every time I get a collection that has double feature, that's the box it goes in. Hey, Hound Dog, you being a good boy? Yeah, you're very sweet today. So then over here, before I went to Salt Lake City this past time, I bought 4 new card hotels. And I think I put one over here or something like that and stiffened them all up. And I did a video on how to stiffen up the back of those. But then over here, these 3 they're not filled, but they're assigned. And I want to make sure that that's clearly understood here, is that what I mean by assigned is I've given them each a set in each of these here. And as you can see, Ravnica Remastered, is starting to fill up quite a bit. This one here I think was Ravnica Remastered, or no, this was Yu-Gi-Oh! I apologize. So I have started the Yu-Gi-Oh! Grind here and starting to get some of that up. But what I'll do is I'll actually pull those from that, and I'll have a whole separate card hotel area, probably like over here, kind of forward in front of Jim here. And I'll start putting Yu-Gi-Oh! Same way I do with Magic. And Dominaria United, and then what is this? Oh, this is Murders of Karlov Manor. So I've started picking up a few of those, even though I haven't bought any decks. They've just been coming in on collections. Brothers War, Crimson Vow, Marching Machine, couple spares. This was dual decks. I've been getting quite a bit of dual decks, variations and stuff. And I don't separate out by dual deck. If it's a dual deck, I just put the whole thing in here, every set. It's too much to keep up with to separate each dual deck and give it its own sleeve. So over here, this is about all the spares I've got left. I've got 6 left in these brand new card hotels, so probably next month I'll have to order a couple more, as sets just keep coming out faster than I can keep up with. So, and plus, if you think about the fact that I have all of that still to go, I mean, I'm gonna fill these 6 boxes in no time at all. But down here, as you can see, I've got Wilds of Eldraine. It's pretty full. Got almost 3 boxes of that. This is just S. Sometimes it falls over. I gotta put a deck box in there to kind of keep it upright. I just haven't found a small enough one yet that fit in there yet. I've got them all used. As you can see, it already fell over again. Lost Caverns of Ixalan. So that one there is getting pretty full. So as it gets pushed closer and closer, I'll take that deck box out, put it over there into that one. But we're getting there. We're getting pretty full here. So what do we got in the tray over here? We've got, looks like Modern Horizons 2. Yeah, we got Modern Horizons 2 over here. So if you notice, I got quite a bit of room in here. This is the S box. So hopefully I'll have some room to kind of continue using those 4 without having to add a 5th box. But if I gotta add a 5th, I will. I'll just remove Time Spiral Remastered out of there. And I'll probably put it over here, like in somewhere in here. But yeah, that's what we've got going on. So my process is pretty simple. Been doing this a lot of years. I always break it out by sets first, and then I alphabetize each set like this, like that, and then like this. And once I get them into that state, then I go ahead and I fire up the laptop here. I want to show you kind of, and I've probably explained this 100 times in different videos, but I like to make sure that folks who are just starting out kind of understand what the process is if they choose to do this. But there we go. There's the store. That's what it looks like once you have it up on TCG Player here, if you already have a store or whatnot. But as you can see, this is what I've been mainly working on since I got home. And when I got home, oh, I don't know, 12 days ago, something like that, 12, 13 days ago, I only had 129,000. So as you can see, I'm at 140,289 now. That's quite a bit of cards. I mean, I'm in here literally every day loading up probably like 1,000, 1,500 cards a day by hand. And it's a little time consuming. So, but it's worth it. I mean, it really is worth it. So I'm gonna pause the video here, flip the camera around, and then I'll kind of talk a little bit about what my plans are here with the store going forward. Hey, it's Bobby again. Hey, so the plans with the store going forward is this. We have reached out to the manufacturers of Card Sorter, the little sorting, scanning machine, and we went ahead and put one on order. I'm kind of excited. I was gonna wait for a future video to do that, but I figured I'd do that right now. And it was kind of cool. So basically, they have it's a 3-month wait. As they get the parts, they gotta assemble it, they gotta build it, they gotta test it and assemble it and get it all basically ready as a final product, and then they ship it. And it ships via DHL out of Italy, so I'm kind of excited. I can't wait to see it. Can't wait to get my hands on it and start playing with it. I will always organize my cards by set first. That way when I put them in that type of an organizer, I can just get them to scan it into inventory and price it at the same time. So I can just grab the CSV file and upload it to TCG Player. I think with me doing that, it's going to increase the efficiency of that type of machine, and it's always doing the work that's a little harder for me to do, whereas I can sort cards pretty quickly. I don't want to bog that machine down, and I think it's going to be a little over $3 grand for that machine. Absolutely worth it. Eventually I'd like to get a second one that can sort by set and alphabetical, and then the other one that can also scan and kind of upload stuff as quick as it can. Or maybe they can do both. I don't know. I don't have to yet, so obviously I'm not gonna be able to figure that out until I get it. So basically what I wanted to do is show you the price breakdown. So the prices are in euro here on the left. So it's $2,200, sorry, 2,200 euro for the actual machine, $450 for shipping. That's an estimate, and $100 deposit. Sorry, €100 deposit. So I already paid the deposit, got in line, and we're looking at probably 3 months before it ships. But if it gets done sooner, they let you know. So at this point, we're basically just saving up for the €450 for the shipping. We already have the actual machine cost covered. So once the machine's built, they just send us an invoice for the final plus the shipping, and then we just make that last payment. So pretty excited. I can't wait to get it. I'm gonna do a whole video on it from the moment we get it, we unbox it, and there is some basic assembly to get it going because you don't want it fully assembled during shipment because there is damage that could be caused. So I want to show that whole process. That way, if you're out there and you're motivated and you want to get one, you can kind of jump back to the video that I'm going to upload and look at how I did it. Maybe you'll learn with me. I don't know. I've never opened one, never seen one in operation, never seen one in person. So I just really don't know how it's going to go. But that's why I want to put it on film. Anyway, so yeah, I got that coming. So once that machine gets here and we get it up and running, and it's doing the job that I want it to do, that's when I'm going to actually start reaching out and creating posts on buying bulk. Then I'm going to increase the mass of the store. Right now, I don't want to do that because I don't want to overwhelm myself or get so much stuff into this small space that I have no way to organize it. So I like to kind of build the road first before I start driving on it, so to speak. And what I mean by that is over here where the ends of the card hotels are, I'm going to start here and work my way all the way over to the corner and then all the way over here in front of me. And I'm getting another table right over here next to the black bookcase. So all that's going to be all wall space being used by card hotels. And I think that will put me at, well, I've got 140,000 in stock at the moment. That's in stock. That's not counting shit on the table. That's not counting stuff in the binders, stuff in decks that I have. That's not counting stuff I have down below, just waiting to be inventoried. So if you added up all of that, I think we're probably sitting at 250,000 cards. It's about another 110,000 to go to get up onto the store with what I have in stock right now, and that's before I beef up any purchasing. So yeah, desperately need a card sorter or something, or a Roka or something. But I need a robot help, so to speak. It's getting overwhelming. It's starting to take a lot of my time, which I don't really mind. I mean, kind of empty nester now. The kids are all grown, out the door. Gives my wife and I something to do in the meantime. But yeah, that's pretty much what's going on here at Renaissance Game Supply. Is we're in that low moment where I'm trying not to buy too much, but at the same time, if we come across deals, obviously you gotta buy them. Go throw them in the garage, throw them in the closet, in the bedroom, store them however you gotta store them. But you can't let good deals go by, obviously. But at the same time, it's like, how much more time do I want to put into this of myself, my own time, my own effort, versus just waiting for that machine to get here. So I've decided that I'm going to continue doing what I do, adding cards every day, every week, and act as if that machine's not even coming. And then once I get it, I'm still going to work side by side with that machine, getting things uploaded. I just won't have to spend as much time doing the inventorying and the alphabetizing and getting the cards listed. So that'll be nice. Now, I don't know the exact numbers. I want to say there was somewhere between like 500 cards to 1,000, depending on how you organize it, that will allow this machine to organize and catalog what it's just scanned. So until I get it in front of me and run a few cards through it to figure out what works best, it's going to be hard for me to gauge what it can do, because I don't necessarily need it to be organized by number. I just want it to be organized alphabetically within each set. So I think that's a super simple parameter to kind of run. But I think once I get that going, then I'm going to expand into Pokemon, more into Yu-Gi-Oh, maybe some Lorcana, some stuff like that. But right now, just main focus is Magic, to get what I have up, get it into the inventory before I start really kind of digging deeper into other products. But if I absolutely fall in love with this Magic sorter, I will buy another one. I would love to have two. I mean, I wouldn't mind having 3 or 4 eventually. So that way I can set them up in the garage. And we have like a nice little heated garage out there. We'll be able to control the thermostat out there pretty easily. But I'd like to have a table with about 3 or 4 all set up and just let them run. Basically, it'd be like a little card sorting mill out there. And then every hour, hour and a half, I just go out there and just grab whatever CSV files are ready to go and get that stuff uploaded. Grab the cards and put them in sets, put them in boxes, organize them. So I think I'm gonna have a pretty good operation here in about a year to a year and a half. And of course, you're welcome to come along with me by subscribing and just following the video, following the channel, following the store. So anyway, pretty excited. So I wanted to get that out there and kind of share that. And maybe some of you already have a Magic sorter and you want to share your experiences. And if so, just put a mention in the comment or whatnot, and I'll follow your channel and check out your Magic sorter and your process too. Very fascinated about all this bulk organizing and listing. It's, a lot of people think that there's not money in it, but there can be. I mean, it just depends on how much you want to grind. But anyway, I appreciate you all watching. Thanks, and bye.